as good people, we want to believe that other people are good. We want to see the good in other people. That kind of makes us a little bit more vulnerable to sexual abuse within the family, because over 90% of cases, it's going to be someone that that family trusts, that that child knows and often loves. This is someone that they take for granted within their life to be a protector.
I was being sexually abused by my uncle. Like, I thought it was normal because I didn't know any different. But, like, I knew something wasn't right.
Well, we was walking to the park that was behind her house, and she told me about it. Well, I had got sexually assaulted by my stepdad, and I waited to tell people, and then nobody believed me. So that's when I was like, you know, you need to tell somebody. And she was like, I'm scared. I don't think they're gonna believe me, this, and that. And I was like, well, you know, it's better to just tell them and have it worked out than go on and nothing be solved about it.
So we went back to the house, and then I told my mom that I need to tell her something.
At the time that this was disclosed, Frankie and I were like best friends. His wife, which was my sister, had passed away, and you know, we had gotten closer. So we decided, you know, with my family, that we would just kind of watch over it. We would talk to Sarah about it, and we would just, you know, not report it at the time, you know. And something I'll never forgive myself for is not doing something more with it at the time.
A lot of times parents are going to go through an instant sense of disbelief that they can't believe this is happening to them. And that's completely normal. That's not something that we should think, well, no, I would believe my child. We just don't know how we're going to respond until we're in that moment.
I was reading a book about how this girl, she got kidnapped. You know, the same stuff that happened to me happened to her. The question was, what do you have in common with the main character? I wrote down that me and the main character, we were both abused.
I stopped for a second because I wasn't prepared for that, because I thought this is just an independent reading assignment where they're supposed to pick something they want to read and it should be fun. She shouldn't have, you know, I wasn't expecting this.
I got called down to my counselor, and she asked me if it had been taken care of. And right then and there, like, I knew I had the chance to lie and say everything was fine. But then I knew right then and there I also had the chance to get it out and get that off my chest. And I told her everything that happened, and then she took me to the police officer on campus, and he looked him up, and he asked me if that was him, and I said yes. And then he asked me what happened. I told him a little bit, and he sent me back to class, and then he said he'd taken care of.
The enormity of what a kid sitting in my class had dealt with, that sits there every single day, who listens to me carry on about figurative language or what's going on with my little family or whatever, and puts this smile on her face. And what if I had skimmed that assignment and read over her words quickly and missed that? And I just felt like not equipped to deal with that. And I was just thankful that I had been able to catch it and do something about it.
Adult education is essential. We need to know what we're up against so that we can prioritize the safety of our children.
If I had known that there was a way to get more information, you know, from Sarah, you know, maybe if I knew how to talk to her better and extract more information from her. I think she was testing the waters with me when she told me the first time, and she did not get the reaction that she was looking for.
Minimizing one-on-one situations with people, or doing check-ins with our kids after they've spent time alone with other people, just asking them, did anything inappropriate happen? Did everyone respect personal spaces? It can be a very down-to-earth, just casual conversation that we have with our children on a more frequent and normal basis. So it's not this sit down, let's talk about sexual abuse kind of conversation. It's built into our culture of parenting.
It takes an enormous amount of strength for a young girl to step forward and say, this person touched me. He touched me in a way he shouldn't. And to confide that, and especially when it's a family member. And then to have the strength and the courage to endure the criminal justice system and come out on top of that. I do think these young ladies should be applauded and should be seen as heroes, and that their strength and their courage should definitely be acknowledged.
It's like I remember the sound of the handcuffs, like it was just so like there, like you can just hear it anytime. And they took him out, and then I walked out. And I mean, still, it's been over a year now, and I know I shouldn't, but I still feel bad because we were so close. But I know I did the right thing.
I hope that her story encourages other young women that see this and it's going on in their lives to step forward and say, hey, somebody's doing this to me and it is not okay. And I hope that the mothers and the fathers and the friends and family of the victims, that they learn how important it is that they support these young ladies. It can make all the difference in the world.
Gold Award Girl Scouts. Congratulations on receiving the highest award in Girl Scouting for seniors and ambassadors. You have continued this tradition and are now a part of the highest award alumni. For her Gold Award, Sarah partnered with a nonprofit organization, the Mama Bear Effect, that works to change the way people think, talk, and respond to child abuse. Through this partnership, Sarah created a Girl Scout patch program called Stand Up and Speak Out.
When I let my story out, I was not confident about it. I didn't know what was gonna happen. Didn't know if anybody was gonna believe me. If you want to be able to talk about it and get your story out there, you need to be confident in yourself. You need to have good self-esteem. And the activities that I put in there, they'll help boost the self-confidence. Like if you go to tell your story, you won't be like as vague as I was in the beginning. Like you'll know the words to use and like how to talk about it. So I hope that will help other girls be able to help talk about their story or bring it out and let it be known.
What Sarah has with her mother and her friends, and knowing that she has made an impact on society with her contribution and her patch is an amazing thing. And I think she's going to inspire other kids to also have the courage that a lot of adults don't have and to talk about this issue of child sexual abuse.